Welcome back to the Apex Archives. Today we're taking a look at probably the most prolific firearm of World War II, because we're in America. It's the M1 Garand. So a lot of people contributed to the defeat of the Axis during World War II, but I like to think that the United States did all the heavy lifting because we're just the best. And the United States also had this amazing rifle design that was issued to their frontline troops during World War II. That's the M1 Garand. Now the M1 Garand is a very interesting rifle because a lot of other countries during World War II were using bolt action rifles, and here the United States comes with a full-size rifle cartridge that is semi-automatic and feeds from an 8-round internal box magazine. Pretty wicked, and definitely made a difference on the front lines, having that semi-automatic capability from all their troops. The M1 Garand is very easily identifiable by its unique profile, but we'll talk about some of the specific markings on this rifle. We'll go over some of the features of the M1 Garand. Let's talk about some of the markings on this rifle to help identify what kind of M1 Garand it is. We've got the markings on the top here. We've got US rifle, caliber 30 M1, Springfield Armory, and then a serial number underneath that. Now, luckily, the United States kept pretty good records of all their small arms, so you can actually search serial numbers for M1 Garands by block and find out a lot more information about these rifles on the web. We'll leave a link down in the description. Very helpful. On the right side of the gun here, we also have another number followed by an AA, showing that it is an Augusta Arsenal gun. The M1 Garand doesn't have a lot of markings compared to some other small arms that you might see out of Eastern Europe or Germany or things like that, but we'll also look for this last distinctive marking on the left side of the gun here. We've got a very faded, hard to see marking that's very important, and then we've also got the US property mark on the left side as well. There's not a lot of markings on the M1 Garand, but we do have some more markings on the left side of the gun here. They're very hard to see, and if you're interested in seeing more information about those markings specifically and what they mean, you'll have to check us out on our website at apexarchives.com. The M1 Garand fired the 30-06 cartridge and fed from stripper clips into an internal box magazine, held 8 rounds at a time, and the stripper clips actually assisted in the feeding of the device. When we pull the bolts to the rear, we can see the follower inside there, and then you would insert an 8-round stripper clip, which would feed for the gun. And then once the gun was empty, it would launch that stripper clip out of the gun, creating that distinctive M1 Garand ping, which is just so fantastic to hear. Now, to send the bolt carrier back forward without destroying your thumb, if you're not feeding any ammunition to this, we'll hold back on the charging handle, push down on that magazine follower, and then let the bolt carrier ride forward until it is back in place. On the rear here, we have a adjustable peep sight, and then on the front, we have a standard blade front sight protected by these 2 ears, a rifle that could really reach out just like any other bolt action of its time. On the back of the rifle, we have a trap door, which held cleaning kits and supplies to help maintain the rifle on the field. And on the bottom of the rifle, we also have the safety selector. If the selector is pushed forward, it is in fire mode, and if we push that to the rear, it is in safe. Now, a lot of M1 Garands are bedded into their stocks so they can be accurate and accurized. So we're not going to do a full disassembly of this rifle, but we will talk about how you would disassemble this rifle if you were to. Essentially, what you'd want to do is bring the safety to the rear and then pull down on this trigger guard, releasing the firing mechanism, and then you'd be able to release the bolt carrier, receiver, and all those other internal parts out of the bed of the rifle. If you're interested in seeing up close and detailed photos of those different markings on the M1 Garand and finding out more information about this beautiful, iconic firearm, you should check out our website. It's apexarchives.com. Great place to be. We'll leave a link down in the description. We've got a lot of firearms we're adding all the time. Thank you to Apex Gun Parts for supplying parts and just being incredible. If you need parts for your firearms, check out apexgunparts.com. And for more information, like I said, apexarchives.com. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.